I don't know who's using the blast freezer, but the door's wide open.
The blast chiller was left open, I'm assuming by myself, because I think I was the only one that was using it.
Sometimes if you slam it, it flings open.
Yeah, so that's obviously what I did.
Under a minute, everybody. Come on, let's rock and roll. Let's get this food up. No smiles, just terrified looks.
Oh, crap. My fish just keeps falling off.
It's supposed to be fun.
It was supposed to be fun.
This is nail-biting stuff. 15 seconds.
Hurry, 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 hurry. I'm rushing around like a maniac. We're just hoping that all the flavors that will cover for the hiccups.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from the bench.
I can't believe that you recovered from that. That's amazing.
I actually thought we weren't going to have anything to put
Yeah,
on.
neither. I was like, oh my God, just creamed rice. It's cold.
My noodles keep falling in. The longer they sit, they'll just dissolve.
We have plated and we're pleased with what we've plated, but there was a bit of stress going on in the kitchen today just to get it all done.
Yep. The last challenge we did was 2.5 hours, so that hour went like that.
Yeah, but we had a good time. Got everything we wanted to get up, and yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Let's just hope it tastes good.
Hopefully it tastes okay.
I was completely under control until I had a couple of equipment failures. But I guess a good chef never blends their equipment, so.
That's all we've got to say about that, I think.
Oh,
By the time my plate got to them, the noodles had sunk into the broth.
It's disappointing.
It's definitely a bigger deal taking our dishes up to the judges today. It's our ideas and our heart on a plate. I said to Mum, I was like, I haven't been this nervous since the audition dish.
Wow, where did that hour go?
Oh, I know.
Tell me the cookbook,
Yeah.
and then tell me about these two dishes.
So the cookbook is called A Perfect Mouthful. So it is all about combining the key ingredients to create that perfect mouthful.
You know, imagine you turn to the page where this recipe is, and you need a little description up the top, your recipe, photos on the other side. So what is that description?
Baked snapper, seared scallops with corn.
Baked quinoa crusted snapper on corn salsa with scallops.
Yep.
Done.
Yep.
Happy with that?
Yep. You're better at it than us.
Okay, Jordan, your turn.
this is Thai-inspired fried snapper with crispy noodles.
Sounds great. Love it.
Cool.
Do you guys want to have a quick look before I disturb this?
Yeah.
Did you see that one before it was collapsed?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we're fully aware that the noodles were crispy
Yeah.
to start off with.
If you're photographing something, you do want it to stand up and look perfect for a long time. So I should have put more thought into what was going to happen when it's sat there for a little bit.
It definitely is, to me, a 3-minute noodle dish with some beautifully cooked snapper and a lovely herb crust.
I don't like the 3-minute noodle reference. That's not MasterChef quality when it first comes to mind.
I am wondering why you've got the entree and the main on one plate, but
Okay.
I'll eat them together and, you know, I might revise my opinion of this.
Yeah. I see that it could look that way, and that's all in the plating. Definitely I should have stacked it or made it far more one dish.
Perfectly cooked scallops, beautifully cooked fish. Everything I've tasted is perfect. Absolutely delicious. Well, you made me learn about snapper, corn and coconut. I'll do it. I'd read your book and do it. Great. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What did you coat the outside of the fish in?
Coriander, kaffir lime, garlic, sherry.
Sherry. Where did sherry come from?
Gave it,
Jordan's head.
I don't know.
I thought the sherry would work well, and then the judges made mention of it, and I was kind of like, oh, goodness, should I not have done that? Am I taking a risk? I don't know.
Either of these dishes could be front cover, plated well and plated nicely. I think it's a fantastic effort from you guys today.
Thank
You
you.
deserve to be here.
Thank you.
You do
I
deserve to
need to
be
hear
here.
that. Feels very good to get positive feedback. It's especially on dishes that we have created. It feels good.
Jordan, I'd actually like you to give me the recipe for that crust, because I'd like to put that on the menu at Shed 5 in Wellington. I thought it was just incredible how you pack that flavour on the outside of the snapper. It was sensational. So if you could write the recipe down for me, I'd love to use it if you'd let me. But you know, I agree with what Josh said. You both so deserve to be here. Well done.
Thank you
You've
very
had a really good day in the kitchen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Getting positive feedback is great because we're having a good day, and that's what days we have to have from now on in the MasterChef kitchen.
Any bad day in your home?
I'm really nervous about the tasting.
Yeah, it's like you're giving a bit of your heart to them.
And then they go, chop it up in the mortar and grind it, and then they're gonna chew it and go, yuck.
They might do it though, you gotta be prepared for anything.
You gotta be prepared for anything.
Hey guys.
Hello. Hey.
Okay, what's going on with this book?
We decided to go with For the Love Of, which will be our cookbook name, and it's gonna be everything we love about food.
So how do these two dishes fit into this
So these two
theme?
dishes would come in under the family section.
Right.
And my dish is coconut and fennel broth with shellfish and snapper, and it's served with fried bread and rui.
Over here we have.
This is my grandma's steam pudding recipe that's been passed on down to my mum and to me.
Wouldn't you call that a burnt caramel steamed pudding or something? Or?
Yeah, you definitely could call it a burnt caramel steam pudding. Makes it sound
You're
a
going
bit...
to lay it on with a trowel
Yeah.
a bit now and again, you know. Enough talking, I need to taste this.
The best thing about cooking is watching them and waiting to see their face after they've eaten it. And when Ray tastes her steamed pudding and he can't help but smile, it made me feel so happy.
What can I say? Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ray.
I love the dish and it's true to you guys, and it's the sort of dish that I eat this and I go, yeah, I'd cook that at home. I'd love to cook that at home.
Josh says this is something that he would cook. I was like, yeah, after you buy a cookbook.
Two great-looking dishes on fire yet again. I don't even think I really need to taste it.
I feel like going sweet and walking out.
I see it when you cook. I see how you cook. I see how you care about food. And in the 5 years of doing this, this is the coolest and most honest and clear concept I've heard. I love it. I think it's really special because it's here, you know?
And then he says some beautiful stuff, so I'm glad I stayed.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic.
I'm so proud of those dishes we put up and the fact that they love them and they think that we're genuine people. Yeah.
Welcome back, Top 3. It would be fair to say that we saw some great dishes today, and some not so great. I have to say, for cookbooks, incredible ideas, really great ideas. You've thought them well through, some of the best I've heard, so well done on that.
We've all got our own cookbooks and we know how difficult it can be. But you made us proud today with what you did. You were all on the right track and you all did a good job.
Nikki and Jordan, step forward. Nikki, your snapper crusted dish with the scallops on the corn puree was two separate dishes on one plate. However, it looked good and it tasted delicious.
Cool.
It was really good. The textures with the corn salsa, great colour from the kale, the black quinoa on top, your scallop floss. I mean, so many clever ideas on one plate. You were showing off today.
I had to.
And it worked. Jordan, a great tasting broth. The best crusted fish I've ever tasted.
Thank you.
I mean, that fish was delicious. Now, you have written the recipe down for me, haven't you? Excellent. I can't wait to have a go at making it. I think you're on the road with a dish that would have me buying that cookbook and have me buying that cookbook to give to other people because those were sensational dishes. They were different. They had that extra 5% magic. Love your work, guys.
Thank you.
They give Nikki and Jordan really great feedback, especially for Nikki because she felt a bit down after the last challenge. For her to have a little moment to sort of boost her morale was really cool.
Karena and Kasey, step forward. I so enjoyed tasting your food today and I really enjoyed talking to you about your book. You knew exactly what you were going to do. You did it in a really beautiful way. Presentation of the snapper and shellfish dish I thought was just right for the situation in which you would be serving that, which is a family dish, right? Yeah, I thought you did really well on that. And I loved your grandmother's steamed pudding, which you didn't get time to do something, but you had a contingency plan, and what you served up was really, really good. Now, what I found really, really interesting about both these dishes is that you own those dishes. You understand them. You know, you were brought up with maybe not that exact version, but you know that dish, you know where it comes from, which I think made it really easy for you to do your usual cool, calm, sail through the challenge routine because you understood what you were doing, and it showed. It showed in the presentation, and it showed in the flavour, which I couldn't have been happier with. I think you did a great job.
Thanks, Ray.
Thank you.
It was so amazing to hear that they did well today. We did well and they did well, so it was great, yeah.
Jamie and Beck, please step forward. Now, where shall I start?
We're not feeling very good at all. We've been pretty hammered and we're just worried about the abuse that's about to come.
Beck, I thought your dish was great. It was a beautiful dish. You've got history in Singapore, so you understand the flavours. You know, the idea and the concept was 100% there. You forgot the noodles, you came back with congee. It could have been the dish of the day. Flavour-wise, you know, it's the sort of dish you just love to eat, and it works with the idea of the shared cookbook perfectly. But the presentation was just flawed, getting that idea right so that we can all of us here can completely understand what we're getting ourselves in for and how we're going to eat it, rather than trying to figure it out as we go along. But, you know, beautiful flavours, clean flavours, you know, really good, healthy food, actually. Jamie. Blast chiller, deep fryer, burnt nuts. It's not a coincidence, is it? For me, anyway. You know, there's a few things going wrong there today. We just got to keep things calm. You've got an amazing creative brain. Simon and I, as I said, we discussed that idea up here of your dessert with the little balls, arancini balls, sweet, coconut, tamarind that you were going to fire in there through the semi-fritto. Your idea sounded fantastic, and it was a great idea. It was just that execution. And again, on any other day, you get that right, and you're going to nail it, you know? These guys are in big trouble. But it's fair to say it wasn't your best day today. And you know what that means.
I assume we're about to hear, pack your knives and leave the kitchen.
Today's your lucky day. We are scoring all of your dishes today out of 10. And then tomorrow, we're doing exactly the same. So Jamie and Beck, you do live to cook another day.
He said we're staying.
But you have put yourself in a little squeeze.
It's gotten to the point where, like, you are happy for people when they do well, but then when they don't do well, I don't know, it gives you like a little bit more of a security blanket.
It's good not to be standing there today.
It is.